Am I real? And I'm headed to the lake. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just dream of fishing while I'm going through my workday. I listen to my boss, though he's driving me berserk. Damn it, I can't take much more because my brain is really hurting. And now the bank is always calling and I don't know what to do. And I haven't bought a crankbait since like 1992. But the bass are out there schooling and they're ready to attack. And I got all my favorite lures and they're loaded in my pack. All that stress that's in my body's always driving me insane. When I'm reeling in that buzzbait, it just seems to go away. Now you see, fishing ain't a habit, it's a passion in my soul. When I'm casting and I'm smashing all these bass that are on my pole. Now for a minute or an hour, if I'm fishing then I'm fine. I just only need a second when I'm wetting up a line. So if the weather's super crappy or you might be stuck inside, search G4 Outdoors YouTube online. But as I look up and I ask, can I please just catch a break? I got my rod and my reel and I'm headed to the lake.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today we're going to be doing an install and review of the Trailer Valet JX 5K. Now, Trailer Valet has a wide variety of products that you can choose from. They got these little robots that can push your trailers around, high dollar equipment. What I have here is a Trailer Valet JX 1-ton capacity, and this is for your tongue weight, for tongue capacity. Also, this particular model right here can be ran by a drill. So you just stick a drill on here along with the provided chuck, drill this thing right up and down. The factory jack that comes on my new boat is super janky, guys. And that doesn't seem like a lot of wobble. I mean, to me it seems like a ton of wobble. But when you get this thing up, and I'm not going to jack it up because I'm tired of turning that. Yep, it's somewhere close to 100 turns to crank this up and down. And I do have to crank this up and down to get this off my trailer and into my garage. I do not trust this anymore. I'll insert a little video clip right here. And that is why I want to get rid of this and onto a beefier model. So Trailer Valet did ask me to do an unboxing of this. Thanks, UPS. So it's basically already unboxed, but I will dig in here and show you everything that you get. First of all, I did opt for the wheel option. This does come with a plate and you can switch that over to a wheel if you prefer. And I preferred because this wheel is bigger, heavier, beefier, is that the term even, than that wheel right there. So as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger and beefier than this one right here. It's going to roll around a lot easier on the garage floor. Anyway, you have a pin right here to be capable. See that pin, see how long that pin is? The pin that is in the one on the boat, there's probably only a ½ inch of pin sticking into where it locks in. This one right here has a ton of movement and a very solid lockup. So kudos on that. I like that. Okay, let's go over some of the features on here. First of all, there is a grease zerk here on top, so you are able to keep your drive system all greased up, keep it good to go. Now, I need to pull something else out of the bag. Okay, so this is a normal jack if you want it to be a normal jack. They have your jack handle right here. Let me spin this around a little bit. They do have a detent ball right here so that your jack handle can go in there, stay into place. And now it is a normal operating jack. As I'm jacking this up, has a very comfortable handle on it. Very ergonomic for the hands right there to start cranking on that. Very smooth operation too. And so then when you're done with your handle, you can actually take this handle off. One thing about that, no more dragging the ground with your handles if your boat is too low. So take the handle off, store that away. So these do have the options of coming with a pad or a wheel. And of course, with a boat that I need to roll around, I went with the wheel. So I haven't done this yet. Forgive me if this takes me just a second. I'm gonna take this pad off. Oh, easy as pie. Easy easy as pie. Get this mounted up here on my truck real quick. Pull the pin off. This can't be any easier. Throw this over here, line the holes up. Put your pin in. All right, I had to give that a couple little love taps in there because that is a tight fit. Tight fits are always a good thing. So you put your safety latch over, and now we have a nice rolling wheel. That didn't add any weight to it, so this is still, my goodness, extremely heavy. And usually when things are this heavy, it means there's a lot of build in here, so heavily built. One thing that I'm really curious to see about when I get this raised all the way up, if this is going to flex and bend like the factory one on the truck, just to give it credit, it is a 1,200 pound trailer jack. So I don't know, there's only about 500 pounds on my tongue. I can't really give it a break. It's unsafe. This one right here, so far, it feels, there's no wobble in it right now, but it is at its lowest position. Now I'm going to get the chuck mounted up, and I'm going to show you why I got this. Let me take a guesstimate here. What do we got? 6, 6, 12. Is that 8 inches? That's 8 inches. 16 inches of travel. I think that's 16 inches of travel. I forgot to bring my tape measure out here, but that is a long travel right here. And now when you have your trailer jacked all the way up and you want it down, just put your drill in reverse. Put the included chuck on there. And there you go, you're all the way back to its utmost position. Pull the pin, pull the pin, pull the pin far, and you put it back in its storage position, and there you go. Now this is a side mounted bracket. They do make these in frame mounted brackets to where you have the A-frame that will sit in the crotch of your trailer there, but this one is a side mount, so I can stick it directly onto the side of my frame. All right, so before we get started on that, let's take this old jack off.
You can't say jack off at a school.
Sorry. You know what, something I want to show you real quick before we get started is the amount of cranks that this takes to get this down on the ground. I want to take a little bit of weight off of it. And this is not exaggerated as much as it is when it's off of the trailer and in a pretty high position, but I really wish they would have put a heavier jack on here because I do not feel safe with this one. So this does come with everything you need. The jack, of course, it does come with these back plates that is going to be securing this to the frame. It comes with 4 mounting bolts. What you will need to install this with is an 11/16 and a 5/8 wrench, socket, anything you want. You will need both of those, one for the front bolt, one for the back bolt. All right, so the max trailering option for this is going to be a 2x4, literal 2x4 frame. Okay, so if it wasn't obvious, put your trailer on jack stands or leave it attached to your truck to keep this up, keep the weight off of this mechanism. You don't want this dropping down. Don't put a hydraulic jack under here and trust that. Always keep your trailer up in a good, secure position. So now I'm going to mount this about to where it should be, and man, here comes some That's just too easy. That's just too easy. So now that I got this where I want it, I'm going to put these backing plates on. Now the backing plates the U shape will go towards the back, smooth side towards the trailer. So it would help to have 4 hands on this. I know I have 2. I ain't gonna make that mistake again. So you put your mounting bracket here on the back, run your mounting hardware through the front to the back. Like I said, 4 hands would be awesome. Top hole, the top hole, insert a washer, insert a locking nut, a lock washer, and then your nut to secure this. And now we can get started on the other side or the bottom, whichever you prefer. Put the bolt through, the washer through, lock washer, and then the nut. Just push your bolt through there, line it up with the bottom hole. Literally can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And again, washer, lock washer, and nut. All right, now something that it does not say in the instructions, but it's going to be a very helpful tip for you to install this. Put it up to a neutrally buoyant position. And what am I meaning by that? I'm basically meaning to the installed height. That way, these aren't bending up or down or anything like that. You want these bolts straight across. So go ahead and get this lined up exactly how you want it before you actually start tightening stuff down. So in the instructions, the mounting location of this does matter. You don't want to be lifting up your entire boat. Just bad things can happen. You don't want it clear up on your tongue because your tongue is a swing weight tongue, or at least mine is. So they recommend it being behind the front of the boat up to the center of your, whatever this piece right here is called, to pose your boat up onto the boat trailer. It needs to be somewhere under this location to the front of your boat. Don't go outside of those parameters.
Doing some cinching here at the school grounds. Everyone's looking at us around. What are they doing? They're filming a boat now, replacing a jack, and they just won't go home.
Now once you have all of these on here, make sure that they're not snugged up too tight. What I'm going to do is going ahead and relieve the pressure of the trailer down to its lowest position. Basically what I'm saying is I'm going to lift the jack up where it won't go no more. All right, now that it's all the way up, it's in its resting position now. So this is actually resting on the bottom 2 bolts. And being all the pressure is always going to be going up, that's where you're going to want to secure this. Now, let's go ahead and crank everything down. All right, that should do it. Don't over tighten these to where you're bending your frame or bending the framework of this jack. Just put a little juice on it, use some common sense. Don't be crushing things. Just putting a little juice on these bolts is going to be plenty. And even at that, you know, once a couple weeks goes by, like when you change your tires, things might loosen up a little bit, not torqued up to the right specs. Come back a couple weeks. Each time you use this, just double check this, make sure that these are still tight and you're good to go. Let's see how this thing works now. All right, so to raise this up and down, this does come included with the trailer jack. Just put this in your drill bit, tighten it up. I don't really know if forward or reverse is up and down yet. I haven't used it that much. So let's go ahead and put the wheel down. It's holding a lot of torque right now. If you didn't know, this is hooked up to my truck. Super simple though. So the cool thing about this is the wheel stays still. With the crank handles, as you know, when you start turning those, the wheel wants to turn freely, and it's not really freely, it's just not allowing you to jack it up and down. But super simple, just put the chuck on here. That's gonna save me 15 minutes at least. The way I have to maneuver my boat, up and down, up and down, up and down to get it to dip in and out of my garage. This is going to save me guaranteed 15 minutes. And not to mention, I actually feel a lot safer using this one as well. Well, let's go right into a real demonstration. We saw that it went up and down. I'm on a little bit of an angle right here, so I'm not going to take my boat off of the trailer hitch that I have on here. It's a super beefy hitch rated for 15,000 pounds. It's hooked up to the back of my truck. The gross vehicle weight on my truck is 3 tons. So take 20% of that onto the back. A ton? I have a ton on the back of my truck. Let's see if it picks it up. I don't think it's going to pick it up off the ground, but
It lifted it up quite a bit.
Now granted, that is entirely out of the realm of what this jack is made for, but here at G4 Outdoors, we really like to test products to make sure that they're quality and whatnot. Now right now, I have all of the weight off the tongue. Let's see how stable this is. Now the truck is keeping this from moving around a lot, but I can tell you,
You would have seen a lot of flex and bend on that one.
Honestly, I wish I would have recorded that other hitch before I put this on here. Like in the video, little video clip right here again. Like in that video clip, the trailer jacks are just underrated. And that's why I went with a 1 ton. Even though there's only approximately 400 to 500 pounds sitting on here, the bigger the jack for me, the better, and the safer.
All right, guys, thanks for checking out this video. And real quick, I wanted to give another shout out to Trailer Valet. We did reach out to them and they had options that fitted our needs. If you guys have seen the videos before, especially with the Rhino hitch, the issues we have getting this in and out of the garage has been a nightmare. And Trailer Valet thought we'd be a good fit for a review on this product, and I guarantee it's going to be something we're going to enjoy for a long time. So if you guys have any other questions or concerns on the Trailer Valet, this is the 2,000 pound model. As you can see, you can use your regular handle to lift this up and down, or you could also use a drill, which is super awesome. But if you guys are needing this for a larger platform, carrying a little bit more weight, check out the links down in the description to Trailer Valet. I'm sure they'll have your options on there. Price ranges vary, but like I said, check those out in the description below. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need to upgrade your trailer issues with the unsafe jacks that may have came on your boat, check them out for an option to guarantee you will not be dissatisfied with their products. Like always, guys, we will have more videos coming out soon, especially on this big beauty here, which we will actually be doing today. So those videos will be coming out very soon. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. We'll see you later. We're in the middle of a school parking lot, and we probably need to get out of here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just dream of fishing while I'm going through my workday. I listen to my boss, though he's driving me berserk. Damn it, I can't take much more because my brain is really hurting. And now the bank is always calling, and I don't know what to do. And I haven't bought a crankbait since like 1992. But the bass are out there schooling.